Hello Philippines and hello world. Welcome to Daily Talk.
One of the quote of Eli Komarov is he said that poverty is like a punishment for a crime you didn't commit. Because a lot of people being suffer in poverty and like a prison. Trapping innocent victims in a life cycle from which they often never escape. Poverty teaches man to live like a slave. And living in a world of poor people has become a curse. And we all know that poverty is one of the most problems that the world focus today.
With the help of our special guests, they are the third-year BSB student major in financial management in Norsuba East Campus. They will discuss to us about poverty and their possible solution that we apply in our country. So please help me welcome Miss Isa, Miss Jumalane, and Miss Isabel.
To the Daily Talk, Miss Isa, Miss Jomalit, and Miss Isabel. It's a pleasure to meet the three of you.
Now, tell me, Miss Isa, what can you say about the perception-based indices of poverty are outdated and inadequate for our country?
Okay, thank you very much. Um, in my perception, although uh, in many years to come or even many years passed by, poverty is still there, especially in our country. We can't deny the fact that fellow Filipinos are suffering. They are starving, you know, even medicine. They can't provide medicine. I mean, they can't afford to buy such medicines. We could say that um, there's still hope. Yes, there's still hope for us to survive this kind of problem. In what way? We have to choose the right leaders. You know, I know that some politicians are just thinking of their personal interest, you know, of what they can get from us. But we have to remember that there are also good ones who can help us. I don't believe that we can get through this because we can, as long as we work together. Alright? I know that our country would be better soon. All we have to do is just to keep on believing in God, in our leaders, the true leaders, of course. There's still hope for anything happens in our lives, in our country. Thank you.
So now I'm gonna ask you, Miss Jomaline. So my question is, how can we impose a balanced solution to prevent poverty? And why, and state your example.
We can impose a balanced solution to prevent poverty by promoting empowerment of people. We must empower ourselves to set our reasonable goals and taking actionable steps on how to achieve them. Why? Because we need to live and survive. Poverty is one of the problems that we face today, and we must end poverty in all its forms everywhere. No small feat, but also not impossible. To stop poverty, we must increase the access of education because it helps develop our skills and abilities, corrects the imbalances that comes out of marginalization, and also decrease both risk and vulnerability. We must also stop wars and conflicts because This is one of the reasons why we suffer poverty. We must embrace cash and microfinance and stop corruption. Every country must create more jobs, increase productivity, and also invest in the health and nutrition when facing poverty. In solving a poverty, all groups must involve in a decision-making process, especially when it comes to having a say in the things that determines your place in the society. That's why we must promote equality and representation to all. We must empower ourselves, especially when facing poverty, to prevent vulnerable in anxiety, depression, and other mental and emotional issues. We can do it. Together, we must stop poverty at all costs and make it possible. That's all. Thank you.
So, how about you, Miss Isabel? What is your point of view on why people suffer poverty? And as a student, how can you help this situation?
Good day. Poverty is a complex problem in our daily lives. So, for me, why people suffer poverty because of some reasons. We have different views why people suffer poverty. In my point of view, why people suffer poverty is because of lack of education. Because poverty is a cycle, and without education, people are not able to better their situations. In that case, if we are lack of education, it is hard for us to find a good job. And when we don't have a job, you are not getting a good income to sustain your daily needs. It is sad to think, but this is true. In this world, money really matters. You can't survive without money. As a student, I could help in this kind of situation in a way that I'd finish my studies, because education has a great impact on us. It provides greater knowledge and learnings in every student on how to escape the clutches of poverty. According to Nelson Mandela, poverty is not an accident, like slavery and apartheid. It is man-made and can be removed by the actions of human beings. So, by that view, it is our own actions on how to deal and overcome in the poverty's world. That's all. Thank you.
Aisa, Miss Jomalyn, and Miss Isabel. We have learned a lot today. Thank you for joining us.